Somebody broke into my storage unit. They stole all the Ninja Turtles. Now Shredder and the Foot Clan, we're not up to this one. Thieves. You probably know this episode's not going to be the most happiest one. So on April 7th, me and my wife went to our local storage unit where I kept all my collectibles. I go over to my lock to unlock the storage unit. I noticed the lock was broken and my stomach was in knots. I didn't know if I wanted to cry, throw up, or scream. So when I opened up the storage unit to realize everything was pretty much intact, except for the back wall of turtles. All the classic brick layout card backs wiped out by some piece of thieves. It took me years to get this collection, and just to be wiped out like that was absolutely devastating. So I was looking around the storage unit to see if anything else was missing. I noticed on the floor a Remington shotgun bullet. I'm assuming it was someone trying to scare me for something, but doesn't matter. That didn't scare me one bit. So besides finding that shotgun bullet and the turtles stolen, everything else was still there, so I was relieved. Now, I'm not going to disclose the name of the storage facility or the location, but just know that it's a very reputable place. Now, a lot of people on social media were saying it's definitely an inside job, it's definitely your inner circle. Absolutely not. Now, here's the thing. 4 people in the entire world knew where my storage unit was and what building it was, and they are completely ruled out as suspects. But there's one time on Sunday, March 10th, Matty B and his wife Shannon went over to check out my collection in person. Now, those were 2 out of the 4 people that knew where my stuff was. So as I was showing off my collection to them, I had the storage garage door open. Next thing you know, some random person walks by. I'm not going to say if it was a male or female. They walked past with a smug attitude like, wow, that's some collection you got. But I did not like their demeanor. Even Matt and Shannon didn't like their vibe. Fast forward just about a month later, on April 7th, they had plenty of time to calculate their plan to get my stuff. So for all you toy collectors, comic book collectors, pop culture enthusiasts, anyone that collects anything, if you got your stuff in the storage unit, I'd highly suggest you make sure the facility that your stuff is in has cameras, because mine didn't, and it's absolutely devastating. One of the biggest storage facilities on the island have no cameras in the entire building. Something don't seem right with that. But what do I know, right? So we realized we were robbed. We decided to get all of our stuff out of there that day. We weren't taking no chances for these scumbags to come back. But I went home and I used the power of social media to try to help me out. And I gotta say, it was absolutely overwhelming. The support I got from the toy and collecting community was absolutely out of control. People from all over the country were messaging me, DMing me, trying to ask how they could help, sharing it on their social media pages. It was absolutely overwhelming and so awesome. So I gotta thank all of you for doing that. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous because it's just toys, but at the end of the day, it's not just toys. It's a passion. It's something I worked really hard for, spent a lot of money on, and something that made me really, really happy. Anyone that collects anything knows that that's like a worst nightmare to walk in and see your stuff ransacked. And as much as I was mad about the stolen turtles, I'm the type of person that if I fall off my horse, I'm gonna get back on and ride. So what do I do after the 56 were stolen? I go on eBay. I already bought 12 of them back from different collectors. So now I'm technically down only 44. And don't worry, those 44 will be in sooner than later. So with my wife and I getting the rest of the stuff out of the storage unit that day, we needed to find a nice secure place to keep all my collection. Because you know my house don't got the room for a collection like that. So lucky for me, I found a really convenient office space. It's a lot more safe and it's a lot more protected. This place at least has cameras. And it's not public access. So with that being said, the new collection room is going to be the new YouTube studio. No more YouTube videos at Main Street Tattoo. As much as I do like the setup of this place, I think it's time for a new chapter and a new change. So we got 3 more episodes we're going to drop from this location that we already filmed that hasn't been put out yet. So be on the lookout for those. I'm really, really excited to show you guys this new studio tour. It's going to look awesome. It's already halfway set up and it's looking great so far. Before you know it, the room will be done and I'll be doing all the YouTube videos out of that one. Safe, secure, and undisclosed. Well, there you have it, my stolen Ninja Turtle collection. And a final note to all you collectors out there, make sure if you don't have your collectibles in a home, make sure they're in a storage unit at least that has cameras. Who doesn't have cameras? It's 2024. Remember to smash that subscribe button, throw us a like, drop a comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Thieving scumbag pieces of garbage.